And action.
I love my camper and my windows.
Hey everyone, we've had our Grand Design Imagine for about a year, so we wanted to take some time to make a video and talk to you about the things that we absolutely love about our Grand Design Imagine 2800 bunkhouse and some things that we probably would like to see a little different.
Yeah, so all of the travel trailers look really good when they're on the lot. They're all fancy, you're all excited about getting them. But what about a year later? I think you'll be surprised how happy we are so far with our Grand Design. All right, everyone, so one of the things we really love about this travel trailer is the fact that when it is slid in, when you're going down the road or when you have it home, it is still very accessible. So come on inside, we'll show you right now. We've got it slid in on purpose, so we'll show you exactly how well it travels. Get some lights on in here. Let's say that you're going down the road and the little one in the back's really got to use the bathroom and you're in the middle of nowhere. No problem, just pull on over. You still have access to the bathroom. So that was a big deal. We've actually used this option a few times. Another thing that I'll show you, everything is accessible. So you're thinking, well, the bedroom's not accessible. Well, it's got another outside door. So that's not a problem at all. So we can leave it just like this, pack it up. We have accessibility to everything. The only thing that's a little tough to get to is underneath this bench here. But in a pinch, I can just pull that cushion up and I can still get to that as well. So you can literally get to everything in this camper when the slide is in.
Okay. So something I wanted to talk about that I absolutely love about the Grand Design is storage. So if you watched our 28BH tour, you'd see I probably mentioned storage 20 times. There's so much storage in the camper. So just to take you around if you missed that video, it's just some of our storage. This is where I store the kids' clothes. There's always plenty of room. This is our pantry. We were even storing our lamps and some of our other decorations in there. We converted the dog bowl and dog food drawer to a games drawer. So that's awesome storage for games. And I think we could keep the coffee maker and some other things in there. So much storage. I think there's even some cabinet space that we aren't utilizing right now because we have so much storage. We have a huge drawer below the oven. We actually are able to store some of our camera stuff in there and some cooking. We have plenty of, these are huge deep drawers and they slide out so easy. There's plenty of room in all of our drawers, even the junk drawer. There's still plenty of room. And of course you always have to have your utensil drawer, and we have some plasticware we keep in there. Still tons of storage under the sink, even though we keep a first aid kit, some towels, cleaning supplies. We're still not out of storage. I'll take you in the bedroom. We have awesome storage above and beside the bed. We have our own little closets. This is another great little drawer. If you have some smaller things to store while you're on your trip. So much storage. And then there's even storage under the dinettes. Corey also mentions in this video, if you can't get to the cabinet, you can lift up the seat to get to that storage. We store our trash can under the table for when we're traveling. Let's see, and we'll go on in the bathroom where there's even storage. We have a small little slender counter, and this is a great place for your cosmetic bags. If you have any brushes or anything you want to keep there. We have some storage up under our sink, above our sink, and also this is great towel and washcloth storage. We roll up our towels, and you can actually, when you roll them up, you can do 2 deep and also one on top of the other. So more storage than we have towels and washcloths right now. And we most recently have stored our kennel, I don't know if you can see it, for Tallulah under this area. So we have a little step stool to help Beck get up in the bunk. And we keep our air purifier, our space heater, and now Tallulah's crate, and we still have more room behind her crate. So much storage in the 2800 bunkhouse. Oh, and there's even a place for your shoes when you come in the door.
Hey guys, so one of my favorite things that I didn't think would be as big a deal, but it really is after a year of owning the Grand Design, is the electric gas water heater. So basically what happens is when you turn this on, it's electric unless you need it quicker, and then the propane kicks on. Well, we never kick the propane on. The propane never comes on. It's always electric. Saves us so much cash in propane fuel. And we're a family of 4. We take showers nearly every single night, and we have never run out of hot water. Now, we will wait a little bit between showers. I think generally the kids get their shower, and then we'll wait about 20 minutes. Brooke will get her shower, another 20 minutes to an hour, and then I'll get my shower. But we have never had to use any propane in the last year with our hot water heater, and that is awesome.
All right, so I'm coming to you from the recliner because this is the perfect layout. I fell in love with this layout when I first saw the 2800 BH, and I have loved it ever since. I've never once said, I wish we had a different layout. The TV is directly across from our recliners, which is such a perfect setup. And I'm going to stand up and show you just how awesome this TV is because it swivels out. And voila. Actually, I didn't do that very well, did I? And the kids can watch it from the bed. So when it's bedtime, the kids get to they lay down, they can see it perfectly from their bed, and when it's nighttime, it goes off, and off to sleep we go.
All right, guys, another thing that we loved, that we really paid attention to when we were shopping for RVs was shower size. I'm 6'1", 225. I'm not the smallest guy in the world. I'm not the biggest either, but I've got tons of room in here. Grand Design is literally, as far as I could tell after looking at, walking through about 50 RVs, Grand Design in this class has the biggest shower that you're going to find in this class of travel trailer. I have got plenty of room. You can see I've got plenty of elbow room here, and I've got plenty of elbow room here. I do not touch when I'm side to side. I don't have to get at any angles, and of course I got plenty of headroom with the nice skylight. Skylight seems like a gimmick. It's not. It lets in a ton of light. You'd be really surprised, and I'm super glad it's there. It's there for a reason.
Okay. One of the other things I want to talk to you about, which seems really minor, but I think it's awesome, and I love about the 2800 BH, is a sink with a hose. This makes washing dishes, which you have to do when you're camping, is hand wash dishes. It makes it so much easier. It has a single stream, and then also more of a spray if you need a little more water pressure, and I really just love our sink.
All right, another thing, after a year of ownership, 2 more things actually that we really like that we weren't sure what we would think about. Electric tongue jack, man, so much easier than cranking it up. So much easier. And then the 20-pound tank. So a lot of people want to upgrade to 30-pound tanks, and it makes sense, I guess, sometimes if you're going to stay in one spot. But for us, the 20-pound tanks are so much easier. You can go swap them out if you're in a pinch. Try to get them refilled because you're going to get 5 more pounds of propane. But if you're in a pinch, you can always find a convenience store to grab one of these 20-pound tanks. So I'm really glad we have 20-pounders on the rig. The thing we really love about this that was attracted to us in the beginning when we first were shopping for bunkhouses or travel trailers, and that is this huge pass-through storage. I mean, this thing is massive. I think I said it in another video, and it's kind of morbid, but you could fit a coffin in there. It is huge. And don't think you won't ever need all that, because you'll get it and you're going to fill it up. I can't believe we've filled half of it up anyway. So we love, love, love that. I'd love to put a drawer in there. I think MoreRide makes something like that. You could pull a drawer out, but it's been just fine the way it is, and we love that pass-through storage. Another useful thing after a year of ownership has been this detachable power cord. There's no more jamming the cord in there, not knowing where it goes. You just unscrew it, pull it out, go put it in the front pass-through. Really like having a detachable power cord. All right, guys. Another thing that has really come in handy that we didn't really think about when we even bought the trailer, but we found to be super useful, is the outdoor kitchen. We don't have the awning out today because it's a little windy, but the outdoor kitchen is actually under the awning. So I don't have to worry about taking a huge door up and getting underneath the door and staying up under the door. If I'm under this awning and I'm cooking in the kitchen, I've got tons of room out here to mess around and do what I need to do. Plenty of room to put tables, etc., etc. So I love that the outdoor kitchen is underneath the awning.
So one of the things I would love to see in a future Grand Design is maybe an upgrade in the knobs in the shower. They just seem a little plasticky and they don't really go with the look of the rest of our Grand Design, which looks really sleek and modern. The other sink faucets in the bathroom are silver and they look really nice. But the handles in here, or the knobs, they're not quite as modern as the rest of the camper. And also I'd love to see, we've upgraded. We actually did a video on our upgraded shower head, but the one that comes standard just wasn't my favorite, which is why we upgraded. So I love to see them put a little nicer shower head with a little better shower pressure.
All right, so after a year, you do have to start to come across things that you'd like to see improved. One of those things for me is adjustable returns on our HVAC. So I'm right here next to a heater vent. You can't adjust it. You can adjust the direction, but you can't adjust the volume. They do sell those, and you can upgrade to those for relatively cheap. but I would love to see that in the next round of Grand Designs.
Another thing I'd love to see in future Grand Design is the solid step fold out stairs. You see ours are just the simple 3 stairs that fold all the way in, but I'd love to see the more upgraded solid step stairs. I think Grand Design does offer that now as an option, maybe an upgrade. I'm not sure that that was around when we got our Grand Design, but I'd love to have them.
So last but certainly not least, one of our favorite things that has really grown on us in the past year, even though we really loved it in the beginning, but we certainly love the look of the camper. I think it's timeless. It's just black, white, and gray, and we haven't had any fading, but if we do, it'll just turn gray. So even if we have fading, we'll still be in good shape. But I think you'll notice it's just a timeless look, black, white, and gray. No off colors, no colors that are gonna go out of style, maroons and stuff like that. I think the outside of the camper really just looks great. I gotta say, guys, after a year of ownership, we are super happy with this Grand Design. What do you think, Mom?
I agree. We love it. Especially, it's the perfect camper for us with a bunkhouse. So if you're in the market for a camper with a bunkhouse, I would seriously recommend checking out the Grand Design Imagine 2800 BH.
Absolutely. Best customer service in the business. Hope you never need it, but if you do, it is certainly there. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to subscribe. Ready? Go.
I built a mother truck in.
Beckett, what's your favorite monster truck?
Toro.
Toro Loco? What about Grave Digger?
Grave Digger Island. No, don't talk to me.
Oh, okay.